We in here. We in here. I hope y'all in here too. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Blah, blah, say blah. But I'm here for my peeps. If my peeps is here for me. Shoot, I have fun in here by myself. I ain't tripping. Well, that's a little weird, but am I talking to myself? I think I am. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Good afternoon, groovy. Evening, afternoon, evening, afternoon. Somewhere around there anyway. Hey, Grandma Adam, how you doing? Waiting for everybody just mosey on in. I got a few things lined up. So, yeah, y'all go ahead, pull on up. Through the magic of StreamYard, we gonna stream some things. And if that goes well, we will graduate videos. Yeah. Let's see what we got going up in here. Y'all do that. Yeah, do that. And so what I will do as to not, I guess, confuse or discombobulate the people who come into the chat or the live after I've already started and be like, what's the topic? It'll be right there. You can just have a topic right there. You don't gotta think about it. It ain't no rocket science. So I don't so I'll have to read the riot act to somebody again. And well, I know at least one person or two people will come into the live, maybe three, kind of off and not ready to do what they want to do or stay in their place. Like I said, watching the toilet bowl on Prime. Bruh, I'm in a pool for it, but you know, I don't feel like that's a game I need to watch. But you're a Bears fan, so you know, que sera. Yeah, yeah, wait for a couple more y'all to get up in here and then we'll start swinging. I'm going to try to keep this one, fine-tuned, and we're going to try to stay with the topic and just kind of remain focused, if you will. I wanted to show y'all my sweet sin figure from the Spawn line. It's totally awesome. Look at the detail on that action figure. So, yeah. I'm waiting on y'all. So when we get up in here, oh, is that what that is? I wish StreamYard gave people little snide comments and told them, you need to be in the chat and listen before you open up your mouth and start talking. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, we got Groovy, we got Grand Madam, we got Paul, and some people hiding in the wings. Okay, well, we'll wait for them people hiding in the wings to come out of the wings, and then we can get started. It ain't even been 5 minutes, so watch it. This is Pero, by the way. I'm trying not to drink coffee late at night. You know what I mean? Plus, I've been shoveling snow, y'all, for the better part of the day. Ain't no exercise like like shoveling a couple 1,000 pounds of snow, snow blowing another 1,000 or so. Yeah, I have a strange feeling I am going to sleep well tonight. Very, very well tonight. So what we talking about doing? Let me grab a little bit of information. People coming in on CP time. I don't see nobody. Ooh, I don't see nobody. No, that doesn't need to start. Why would I start? Did I? Did I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think I did. Ooh, I didn't. Ooh, shame on me. Ooh, Rizzle, Rizzle, Shizzle, Shizzle, Dizzle. Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, 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 y'all just slept. Yeah, yeah, y'all just slept. Here's what that is. Okay. All right. Well, give y'all about 10, and I'm gonna go at the 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna let them kind of file in, quietly and collectively it do their thing. Shoot, I need to. This Pero is good. I might need to get me some more. Diabolical in the building. What is up, my dude? What is up? Just wait for y'all to slide up in here. When y'all get up in here, we gonna make it do what it do. You know what? We almost got a quorum. They gonna be mad if they miss this first part. Diabolical. They gonna be mad if they miss this first part. Oh, they gonna be mad. But I'm gonna let them be mad. You know why? I will show you why. Do we know what's up with this book right here? Have we read it? Have we seen it? This is Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. Now listen to these names. Listen to these names. David Crownson, Cortland Ellis, and Sharonda J. Brown. Sound like some black people made that comic book. So, excuse me. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer, is exactly what you think it is. Harriet Tubman apparently has way more skills than getting people through the Underground Railroad. And that is what this book is telling us. But y'all ain't gonna take my word for it. You're gonna have to see it for yourself, huh? It's a lot of variant covers. David Crownson is the creator of Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, and he also has a graphic novel coming out called Nightmare in Newark. I think it's already out now, but he's got a graphic novel. It's called Nightmare in Newark. More of a modern kind of graphic. I don't really know what it's about. I just keep hearing the name popping up, but I will look into that and see if I want to collect that. But basically, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer follows the exploits of maybe like what it seems to look like is that it follows the exploits of some group or individual or whatever faction of runaway slaves. And the slaves, hey Kata, how we doing? Like I said, the slaves get into some predicament or other with some kind of supernatural being, and Miss Harriet got to bail their butts out. So I was like, what is Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer about? So a lot of variant covers, first of all, whole bunch of variant covers. I just showed you one cover. Here is another variant cover. I like that one. Also, David Crownson is the founder of Kingwood Comics, the comic book label, which we find Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer in. So, just so people ain't slow, on the up Tiznake, that's what's going on right there. Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Gray in the building. Mr. Gray, how you doing, Mr. Gray? How you doing? Go back to the anywho. Y'all wanted to know what kind of action is up in Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. So let me pull this banner down real quick so you can see the whole page. And let me put this page up. Okay, here's Harriet Tubman. I ain't gonna tell you too much about the book, but suffice to say, there's some slaves escaping, and they run afoul of some supernatural beings. And the supernatural beings are about to do what supernatural beings do. Enter Harriet Tubman. Oh, is that a stake in Harriet Tubman's hand? Is that a vampire rushing Harriet Tubman? Boy gone. And she got swords. 2 swords, it looks like. And look at her shoulder. Look at that shoulder blade. Her deltoid. Harriet been doing a lot of walking and a lot of carrying. So Harriet looked kind of strong to me, and wipes out a vampire in mid motion, a la Blade. My hope for this book is that Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer doesn't get too caught up in vampires and maybe attempts to do a little more with what they have under the title Demon Slayer. You see what I'm saying? So, and then there's a couple variant covers I think that are homage to a lot of things. There's one, I think there's a cover that has Harriet Tubman punching a vampire in the face, like the cover of Captain America #1 back in 1941. So there you have it. That's Harriet Tubman, Vampire Slayer. What y'all think about that? I think there are 2 issues in because I have boom issue 1 and I have boom issue 2. So yeah. Let me see what y'all out here talking about. These Steves are in the building. My dog, what's good, man? What's good? What's good with you? What's good with you? Gray in the building, like I said. Diabolical said he's digging that. Got to grab, definitely right up. It is up your alley, Diabolical. It is. It is. And I've checked out issue 2. Banging. I'm in. Somebody had said something to me about Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer a long time ago. It might have been Mark from Black Comic Lords. Somebody said something about I need to pick it up, check it out. And thank you, because I picked it up, I checked it out, and I'm feeling it. Harriet ain't no punk. But Harriet wasn't no punk in real life. So, to immortalize that real life badness with some fanciful badness, Probably not a bad idea. Harriet Tubman out here slaying white devils. Harriet Tubman out here slaying the shit out of white devils. Great. Man, issue 2, pick right up where issue 1 left off. And it get, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to tell y'all too much, but go down to your LCS and see if they got Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. And if they ain't got it, tell them order that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's up. It's definitely up. I'm feeling it. And yes, Keita, Harriet is definitely doing her thing. Without a doubt. I see y'all done made y'all way up in here. Paul Martin, Gray, D. Steezel, Diabolical, and of course the ever incomparable Great Madam Taboo. Oh, you say you need Harriet? I know that's right. Need her in Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, that would be fun, huh? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I played Red Dead Redemption. I like Red Dead Redemption. It's basically just Grand Theft Auto on horses. Well, not quite, because they have shootouts and whatnot. Gray, funny, you should mention that because Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer, has been green lighted as a Disney Plus series. Yeah. So we're probably going to see Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer on Disney Plus. I wish it would have been somewhere like Netflix or Hulu or somebody else, but it's Disney, so what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? They should do a Django versus Dracula crossover. They've already did a Django and Zorro crossover, so yeah, I don't think Django and Dracula. Well, what Django know about doing anything to Dracula? He better, excuse me, he better up his vampire killing quotient before he go in there messing around with Dracula. Maybe fool around with some of them Blade level vampires before you step up to the Lord of the vampires, and you ain't got no experience killing vampires. That usually doesn't go very well. Gray, I know, bruh, I know, but the evil empire trying to stay alive any way they can, bro. Any way they can. Whoever, I mean, and that's why I was like, why is Kizazi Moto on Disney Plus? You know what I'm saying? They out there trying to appeal to demographics, with no rhyme or reason. It's just like, oh, let's do this for gay people. Oh, let's do this for black people. Oh, let's do this for handicapped people. And it's like you're trying to be all inclusive, but your all inclusion doesn't have any damn direction. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I don't want to see a Disney Tubman either, but like I said earlier, what can you do? What can you do? Django and Zorro it was pretty solid. That was Topps, wasn't it? Topps Comics did that, didn't they? Because I remember they used to have a Zorro comic and a Lady Zorro comic. And Lady Zorro came out in the 90s where all women who had a comic book title were scantily clad. If you was reading comics in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. I got an image that will sum it up, but I don't want to show it because people will be like, oh, that's literally porn. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an image of Spider-Gwen. I'll just tell you, it's an image of Spider-Gwen, and she's got her hands up like that, and her legs are wide open. Camel toe. Well, not even camel toe. It's just, let me stop. These are not the these are not the conversations I was trying to have. It's probably not too hard to find, Paul. I don't think it is. We saw that Nerf already. It was the Harriet movie. Oh, yeah. That Harriet movie was rather unmemorable. It was rather unmemorable. Come on, yeah, in the building. Yeah. That right there, bro. That's what we just got done talking about. Or if you knew any, do you know anything about that? But yeah, that's what we've been chopping it up about like the past 15 minutes or so. Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. So if you like it, want it, like it, love it, want more of it, put that man on. And apparently, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer has been greenlighted as a Disney Plus series. Kamoya, I don't know why, but you know, they like to boo boo on everything. They just like to boo boo. Hey, is that homage to me, Kamoyo? Hey, hey. Oh, hey, Gray. Okay. See, I noticed Gray got a hey. Keita got a hey. I'm gonna stop. I promise I'm gonna stop. Quick question that is rhetorical and not rhetorical. What do we know about this right chin? What do we know? Well, you know what? There's too much glare. I'm going to go ahead and take that out of the box. You want to see it? I don't care. I'm going to show it to you anyway. This is Sin, y'all, from the Spawn mythos. Are we aware of who Sin is? Now we bombing on Tubman. Okay, I'm just bringing the news, y'all. I ain't the one saying nothing about Harriet Tubman is or ain't gonna be this or that. I'm just saying he got green light. That's what we do. Anyways, bam, here you go, y'all. This is Sin. That's a lovely effing figure. Obviously villainous. Obviously a bad guy. What do we think of that? That is just, yeah, that is totally villainous. Who is Sin? I'm glad you asked that question. Didn't nobody ask, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Got my pad here, and I got the information ready. Spawn's Rose Gallery. Yes. It is indeed, though. He looks like a race-swapped Dr. Doom. You know the crazy part about all of that, Gray? Sin, you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Sin was originally Cagliostro, the guy who mentored Al Simmons. Later on in the Spawn series, he went bad. Do you know who else he is? He is Cain, the world's first murderer. The more you know. Yeah, I pulled up this info on Cagliostro. Here we go. In years past, Cagliostro was known as Cain. See, told you. The first murderer. He murdered his brother Abel, thus killing 1/4 of the world population of that time. And since the beginning, he never wanted to serve in hell, but to rule it. When Al Simmons appeared in New York City, Cog first appeared to him as an alley bum in the Bowery alleyways. I remember that because I collected the first 100 issues of Spawn. There was more to him as he knew more about Spawn's situation than Spawn knew himself. Facts. See, everybody up here. Yep. Yeah, info bombs. This is what we do. Info bombs. This is what we do. Info bombs, family. This is what we do. Okay. There were 2 Spawns. There was an original Spawn, and then there was Omega Spawn. And the 2 Spawns combined, and he absorbed their power. And so he became this well, you know what? Let's read it. He was seen going around trying to recruit others to his cause. He tries to recruit Gunslinger Spawn, who seemingly kills him. He later winds up on Omega Island as a prisoner of Omega Spawn. After Spawn and Medieval Spawn fight Omega, Plague is released. Plague is the very first Hell Spawn. Just so you know. And Omega Spawn is supposed to be the ultimate Spawn. And so those 2 were combined. I'm going to keep reading. Okay. Plague released and drags Omega down to the dungeon where Cog is being kept. While Spawn and Medieval Spawn escape, at the bottom of the dungeon, Cog is able to absorb the powers of the wounded Omega and Plague. This allows him to begin his plans of absorbing various Hellspawn's powers to open a dead zone and rule Hell. He continues killing him and absorbing Hellspawn, who were brought from time and space due to Al's bomb. Cog finds a fissure underneath Omega Island, which allows him to travel to Hell. Once there, he learns that Cataclysm is the only one standing in his way to rule the throne. Jogged his memory. Okay. Good to know. So, immortality and all of the powers a Hellspawn is capable of using, Sin can use. So potentially, Sin has the ability, potentially, to defeat heaven and hell, just like Spawn did, which a lot of people I talk to aren't comfortable with that. I don't know why. It's a comic book. It's a comic book. He remembers. What's good? Professor Film Fan, what's good? What's good? That was good, bro. Did right shit. Ding, 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 ding. What did somebody say in the comments? Somebody said he looks like a race swap Dr. Doom. You know what the crazy part is? He's not race swapped. He just got like this dingy color when he absorbed the powers. You know what? My action figure collecting ass is not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. You feel me? Look black to me. He black. He black. Even if he ain't black, he black now. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that there we discussed too. Speaking of black. Let's talk about black for a second. Why is it? Why? Oh, why is it that every time, well, hold on, before I get off into that, let me check your comments. The mark of Cain. Well, he is Cain. So yeah, definitely. Cain, Cagliostro, sin, whatever you want to call it. Oh, wow. You're wearing rabbit garb. That was my quick impression of Jaman Hansu. Give us free. Give us free. Let me stop. Oh, snap roller. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to this right here, y'all. Pop. Stop dogging us around. What on earth is meant by stop dogging us around? I don't know what it means in the larger sense of things. Beyond the Jackie Wilson song that was later, I think it was a group called Click that did a remake of that song. You better stop, girl, dogging me around. Yeah. Anyway, that's not what I mean by it. What I mean by it, let me see if I speed this up. Touch up my appearance. Why do people touch up their appearance? We got virtual background now. Isn't that something? Nice. Okay. Hopefully there ain't that much lag between comments because it seemed like y'all real far behind on comments. But anywho, stop dogging us around is where I'm at. And I think everybody's caught up to me now. So this is what I mean. And I've talked about it before. And it's not a new topic. It's just something I feel like I need to reiterate because we are still fighting in a burning house. Okay. I don't expect every human being of African American descent who likes to read comic books, who likes to watch comic book based movies, who likes to watch anime, who likes to watch cartoons, who plays video games, maybe not all of that, but a couple of those. I do not expect every last one of us to be in agreement and be walking lockstep. That being said, why is it the people who give us the most shit, the people who give us the most grief, the people who give us the most negativity, is freaking us? Why ain't we encouraging each other? Why ain't we saying, well, I mean, not us, because y'all are very supportive, man. Y'all are very upbeat and down to kick around. You know what I mean? So can it be changed? Can it even be changed? I guess that there is my first thought. Can it? Or are we doomed to suffer the field Negro, house Negro mentality forever? Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, he's in agreement. Here's what I think. We should learn, and this might sound corny as hell. We should learn to talk less and listen more. And listen to encourage, not dissect and destroy. You know, I noticed that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people, and they think they slick and don't think nobody knows. What they'll do is they'll get a burner page and come on your page and talk shit about you. Or they'll be on their page talking shit about you. Why? Why? It's enough room out here in YouTube land for everybody to eat. More than enough damn room out here in YouTube land for everybody to eat. Why are we out here, commiserating and getting together to trash talk? I mean, meeting up and strategizing is one thing, but just meeting up and, I'm gonna pick on that mug, I'm gonna talk shit about that mug, I'm gonna run that mug into the ground with everybody I talk to. So, question: is running me in the ground making your shit better? And I know it's a lot of YouTube pages that live to do nothing but drag people. Why you don't see black people on white people's pages dragging them, talking about them? Yeah, I mean, and it's annoying to see, man. And it's like, man, that dude is doing the same thing you doing. He trying to come up, he trying to make moves, he trying to do things, and you out here telling people he's trash, or you out here telling people, oh, he don't know what he talking about. You out here telling people, oh, he was talking about me, so I see it did that did in the third. It's one thing to be defending yourself. It's another thing altogether to be starting up shit. And I don't know why there are so many folks out there. And it's people we know that want to start up shit. And I'm just like, y'all got to grow the hell up. I mean, I get it. It's kids out here on YouTube, but we got to learn how to conduct ourselves differently. Yeah, I know it's a good question. Folks, a lot of people ain't got nothing, but wait a minute. Yo, next comment. Real spilled on a dollar bill, Professor. Boom! Right there. Regardless of how non-white we say we are. But we want to be out here doing and being and having our existence like the white folks do. Nah, I tell you right now, I'm an acquired taste that ain't for everybody. So if you can't vibe with me, it ain't no skin off mine. You know what I'm saying? I gain and lose subs all the time. Again, like I say, getting damn subs is not my focus. And it doesn't really need to be my focus unless I'm focused on guap. And I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? If Be Real with D Real die tomorrow, I will not be on the street. Far from it. So I do this because I enjoy what I do, not because I want everyone to like me. Ooh, fear. Now, here's my question. Forget everything and run, fear, or face everything and rise, fear? Probably the first one. It can be changed. It's those of us who are 10 toes down, stay on our square, and keep building with like minded folks. The haters will diminish themselves. I agree, kid. I agree. I also agree with that. We are so programmed to hate each other. We are so programmed to be haters. We don't think we are, but we are. We are the biggest haters of us and the biggest lovers of us. It's a love hate relationship for your ass, fam. So yeah, what my man says, just stay 10 toes down, stay on your square, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, and everything will be everything. Regression is the norm online. I want to try to change that, D. I really do. I want to try and change that. Oh, shit. You don't see what comment, Gray? Meanwhile, while he's telling me what comment he doesn't see, or is he saying I don't see that? I don't know. Anyway, us is stronger than I. We is stronger than me. And if one day I'm talking you up, and then the next day I'm backbiting and trying to be this disingenuous person, put it like that. And it's sad. I mean, it's really sad. Do you think white folks do this? Do you think white folks be out here like brothers and sisters be out here, jamming on each other and backbiting and hating, and you know what I'm saying? It just, you know what I'm saying? And I done seen folks do things on here to literally purposefully sabotage other people's shit. I ain't gonna say no names because folks don't need to be put out there like that. It would be me. You see what I'm saying? I would become the thing I hate. So that's why I'm just like, mugs don't want to rock. I give them an earful and keep it pushing. You heard what you heard. I said what I said when I said it, and I meant that shit. Next, ain't nothing else to keep the verbal volleyball, and I ain't here for all that, man. Be arguing with people when all they doing is fucking gaslighting you. I ain't finna sit around like that. That insults my fucking intelligence. You know what I mean? I ain't going somewhere with that bullshit. I ain't here for that. And anybody want to know, I ain't here for that shit. Okay, so don't bring it to my doorstep. I don't want to see it. Don't darken my day with it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I really not with it. If we had more blurred content creators willing to have these conversations, that would be a great start. I don't know, Professor. I done been out here with a few, and some. So I got a strong foundation of people that I fucks with, and for the most part, they have been worthy of my trust in them, in my, stepping to them and saying, what I'm saying, I like the way you rock. I respect what you do. I respect what you do. All right, cool. We can rock like that. And it's a good. I have learned in life to keep my circle small. I'm not out here trying to be everything to everybody. If you like what I'm, or as I like to say, if you digging what a brother's shoveling. Not do this shit. You better go on here and hit that button, punk. No. All I gotta do is just go to another page if I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta be in here. I'm angry at you because you don't. You ain't gotta do all that. Just turn the page. But people gotta run their damn mouth all the time. That's what it be. Well, you say whites hate on each other in secret. Publicly, they are in lockstep, and that's the image we need to project. If you're trying to get out here with these white people see you out here arguing with each other, they like, they're not ready yet. Could you be doing that to yourself? Mugs getting on lives, and let me stop. Let me stop, because I've seen too much of it. I've seen too much of it already to even bother. You know what I mean? It ain't what people here for, man. It ain't what people here for. The extreme white left versus extreme white right do it to each other, in my opinion. Well, those extremists don't band together. And then when one extremist grows more than the other extremists, they start backbiting and hating. That's what I'm talking about. And go out and say it to anybody within the sound of their voice. That's a narcissistic mug right there. You know what I mean? Conditioned to compete instead of collaborate with one another. Come on now, diabolical. That's real spill on a dollar bill, my dude. Conditioned to compete instead of collaborate. Boy, I'm getting some church up in this mug myself. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's what's up. You know what I mean? What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Just like my man Kamayo said up here in the comments earlier. Right there. Bam. That's how we change that shit, y'all. That there what Kamayo said. That's how we change that. Or my man who was making threats, talking about pulling up, and I'm just like, Negro, what is that? What we doing now? You ain't gonna get out there like that. You ain't gonna get out there like that, my dude. You might be able to do that after you get out there, like you want to be out there, but you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Not one shred. Not one iota. Yep, that shit right there. Yep, that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we going universal with it. I was relegated to YouTube, but yeah, I mean, it's. I think somebody said it in the comments. It's ingrained in a lot of us. It's it's a reactive sort of thing. You can't even help it. You just got to jump up and I got to say some shit about that person. It's just in you to do. I observe things and I look at things and I see things and I'm like, okay, I could speak on that, but you know what? I'm not going to because it's not my place to. So I'm just going blinders. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff because people ask me all the time, D, will you do a video on blah 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 blah? D, will you do a video on this and V? I purposely avoid the situation in Palestine. I avoid that purposefully because I don't want to talk about that shit. You know what I mean? It's obvious what it is, but we sitting around talking about it like that ain't what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? To even speak on that is literally the textbook definition of insane. You know what I'm saying? People out here bullshitting and think that somebody's gonna be eating that bullshit. Like, no, man, come on. Well, he was supposedly up and coming himself, man. So that's the part I don't get. If we all up and coming, how you in here being a crab? You know what I mean? Literally a crab in a fucking bucket, and you in here talking shit about people. Nah, that's not gonna get you on top of the crab heap. All that gonna do is make me when I see it, people I want to potentially trust, people I want to potentially do things for, because me and that brother had conversation outside of, and I was talking about, trying to get him up here to do some stand-up. You know what I'm saying? But you talking all this reckless, crazy shit online? I'm gonna go ahead and no Obsidian Moon Entertainment for you, sir. None at all. We gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better. Can't be out here talking shit about each other. We if you want that's what that in a nutshell, Kamoya, that's right. That's what I got out of it too. So yes, it was not just you. Don't want to see innocent folks get killed, but politically, I'm his new. My dude, that ain't. No, 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 not in my house. We ain't doing that shit. Hey, let's bring some sunshine in the room. You know what I mean? Let's bring some sunshine in the room. You know what I mean? Let's bring some morning sunshine in the room. You know what? What's a good graphic to go with the Black Panther fan group? You know what? I'm submitting this, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I like this cover. How's that? How's that for a Black Panther fan group image? I likes that. I likes that. The real likes. That's cool. That's cool. Now, Theo, my brother, your fault? No, 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 brother. Life happens. Life happens, brother. I no shade thrown. Um, Great, like it. My moderator likes it. And my little bro likes it. So we can implement that. That is a very easily locatable image. I was thinking either that one or that one. Excuse me, Miss Monroe. Excuse me, Mr. Pierce. Excuse me. Or that. What y'all think about that? I like that. I like that too. So, okay. Well, we'll go with the other one then. I'll tell me what y'all think about that one. But yeah, if not, I will put together the logo tonight on Canva, and I put it out there on all the necessary social media spots. Yeah. So, more Black Panther fan news is fit to print. Grand Madam got a letter printed on the Black Panther fan page. See, it happens. You got to keep writing. You know what I'm saying? I'm right. They ain't put one of mine up yet. I mean, maybe it's what I'm putting in there. You know what I mean? Maybe I should just say I enjoy the book. I probably should do that. They'll probably throw it up right away if I just say I enjoy the book. But you know me, I can't just say I enjoy the book. I got to talk about, the broken runs of T'Challa, but they don't, I guess they don't want to print that. Because they like, oh, we would be shooting ourselves in the foot. So maybe that's why they ain't threw one of mine up yet. Say less, sir. Say less. Okie dokie. What other Black Panther news? Black Panther 6. Are we ready for Black Panther 6? Black Panther 6 tells the story of a whole different Black Panther. Now, here is my question, and I asked the question on Twitter. Twitter. Twitter is a street here. Anyway, is that going to bring up that mantle conversation? Because we got a Black Panther from a century ago. Or century or so, give or take. Yes, I was. I get that, Theo, but why a mental story now? Why? Matter of fact, that's probably gonna be the next letter I attempt to get printed. You know what I'm saying? We got the Longas and whatever the other family, the name escapes me right now, but we got that gang war going on. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Kivu Ma, and we got that going. Is all of this going to tie in together? Or, what does Imteli have to do with the current storyline? Because, I mean, I hate to say it, but y'all know that is going to bring up mantle conversation. Why introduce another Black Panther now? I mean, if it tracks and it makes sense, cool. But as much as the word mantle has been thrown around on Twitter, why even do that? I mean, I understand, you know what? Why doesn't somebody I get all of that, Theo, but again, why put him in the current Eve viewing storyline? Does it tie into something? If it ties into something, I'll shut up. If it's Kivu Ma, I'll shut up. If that's what it is. But to just, spotlight him. I mean, I know he was there, but to spotlight him. Come on now. And that's where I'm at. I would like to know. I would simply like to know. That's all I want to know. Well, we'll find out when I pick up the book. You know what I'm saying? And read it in its entirety, because I get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, and you never get the whole thing until you go and get it. So I hope so, Theo. I really, really, I hope so. Because to go into a whole nother story, it would be much easier to just tap another artist and another writer and just make a book called Tales of the Black Panther. Spawn did it. I mean, it's clearly obvious. Spawn is a mantle. Wait a minute. Spawn ain't even a mantle. Spawn is like a job, like a cop or a car salesman. Hell spawns have a specific task that they are supposed to do. So, yeah, not necessarily that. And they ain't relatives and brothers and sisters. They totally unrelated. So I wouldn't call Spawn a mantle, but in all the ways that matter to readers, Spawn's a mantle. And that's where I'm at. Right there. My curiosity is, because if it's just a story and, and like I said, I'm trying to trust Eve, and I will continue to trust her. You know what I'm saying? Until she show me I can't. Everybody gets, same swing I gave that other guy. You know what I'm saying? And it was right around issue 6 where my eyebrows start popping up. So man, something. I would love to see a series based on a Black Panther other than T'Challa. But not at the expense of the article original. You know, maybe something like I said, maybe like back in the day, because you got Panthers we ain't even talked about yet. You got Panthers that done popped up randomly and ain't had no name. So we can't say we don't have an abundance of Panthers to tap into. Tales of the Black Panther. That should totally be a thing. They did it with Iron Fist. So yeah. Let's see them. Station, whatever you want to call it, it's not Spawn passing the mantle down to Cyan. It's not Spawn, medieval Spawn passing the mantle on to somebody else, or gunslinger Spawn passing the mantle on, ninja Spawn passing the mantle on. It's not that. It's you got a specific thing you need to be doing. So, job, station, use the word of your choice. Occupation, profession, whatever. But spawns have a profession. They need to stop with all this mantle talk. These stories have always been about the character. And last time I checked, there was no smut on my rep. Rest in peace, Nip. And last time I checked, the previous mantle holders have never had a run of their own. I hear you, Greg. I hear you. But as we all full well know, information about T'Challa and T'Challa's mythos gets disseminated, incorporated, and regurgitated out to the public so much, so often, so frequently that the dumb ass, goofy, knucklehead ass people who don't know a damn thing about T'Challa become experts on the mantle. You know what I'm saying? And you even talking about, mantles, that's fuel. You even bringing up another person in a Black Panther suit kind of be hard to not argue the point. I understand. But all of y'all getting ready to go out there and verbally beat the shit out of people on Twitter because they're going to simply just be regurgitating some shit they saw, which is what 90% of people on Twitter do any fucking way. I'm just regurgitating some shit I saw or some stuff I heard or something somebody said to me. You know what I mean? Nah. No, I mean, if I like it, yeah, but I'm not just on Twitter like, oop, retweet, retweet, retweet. You know what I mean? It's got to resonate first before I get up and start retweeting somebody's shit. If it don't mean nothing to me, why in the hell am I retweet it? If it don't resonate, why am I retweet it? Okay. Spirit of Vengeance. Occupation Station. Like how Journey into Mystery ran alongside Thor's comics. Tales from Absolutely. It can be done. Home Depot has mantles if they want them so bad. Aisle 22, row 3. Yeah. Come on, you need to come up here. I'll put you on stage. How you do some stand up. I stopped caring about what they thought a while ago. From an observation point, they don't control the narrative anymore. Mantle or no, we do. I hear you, Thea. I hear you. So if you ain't paying attention, all this mantle talk is not going to reach you. Ancestors of Wakanda, Black Panther Chronicles. where each issue features a different past Black Panther. That could be a good one. Yes, it could. And some of those stories could actually run for more than one issue. Again, the fear I have with that, mental. I like saying mental. I like saying mental. Now what you getting ready to get? You get a Black Panther series. Just look at the winds as they are moving. Yeah. I get that. Okay. I get it. But it still needs to be addressed, regardless. It needs to be addressed. We can get vehement and vicious all we want, but that shit can reach voices that matter. That talk can reach ears that have power. Why put it out there in the first place? That's all I was saying. Oh, Theo on his SHIT. Okay, Theo. I'm gonna put you where I'm at. Fuck these people on Twitter. Fuck these people with YouTube pages. Whose neck do I have to squeeze to get them to understand what in the hell we've been saying all this time? I know it ain't no damn anti-recaster. I know it ain't Roland Martin. I know it ain't Nate Moore. Who do I have to be sitting in front of? See what I'm saying? That's what I already know. It's none of these people that we are going back and forth with on Twitter. None of these motherfuckers had an answer. So stop it. They ain't finna tell you nothing that's going to shut you up or sit you down. To me, fucking arguing with people on Twitter is like walking around a park that got shit in it. And you trying to step over goose poop, and you trying to step over duck poop, and that's all. I don't want to be in that park anymore. That's where I'm at. Building it up and pumping it up and doing things for it, it need to go the fuck away from Twitter. And that's just the God's honest truth, because people on Twitter live to be assholes. People on Twitter live to insinuate themselves in your shit. So in my mind, I'm like, fuck Twitter. That's where I'm at. Period. You know what I'm saying? But Twitter ain't feeding, fucking, or financing me. Why should I keep pumping that shit up? You know what I mean? Let's go somewhere where we can pump this shit up and ain't nobody in our face, and we got to squash them and beat their ass down verbally. So we can get to the business of getting to the business of what we need to be doing. I feel that folks are now being gentled into the mantle concept. Even those who are knowledgeable about Black Panther are slowly warming to it without even realizing it. When you say you're all for that, it's kind of hard to argue against the concept of a mantle if you have a Tales of Black Panther. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, I guess, to me, because I'm for it regardless. There. How about that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Bro, been doing that for a minute. You notice you don't see me on Twitter warring and battling and arguing and dealing with idiots and assholes, because the very first time they say something, and I know you've said it before, the very first time they open up their mouth and type that first comment, you know that's a fucking moron. You know that's a regurgitator. That's what I'm about. Like a reanimator, that's a regurgitator. Like a revenant, that's a regurgitator. I ain't gonna fucking sit around and argue with no damn zombie. Why? Started muting them motherfuckers a long time ago, bro. Ain't not my you ain't fucking with my chi. Sorry. I'm not allowing them to do that shit. Maybe. The investors already know. That's why they are pushing films back today. If they don't course correct, the DCEU is their future, no matter who they trot out next. Facts, my dude. Facts. Nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. And you know, Gray, I'm going to come back to that because your comment is a wonderful segue into something else. Several of those cats get their comic info from Twitter. Comic cover posts and fan art ain't info. Well, a lot of them, D, hear some shit said. A lot of them hear Mr. Ballcap say some shit. A lot of them hear Mr. Coon say some shit and repeat it. And Nate Moore said, Ryan Coogler said, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't never picked up a Black Panther comic book, STFU. Period. Why should I even waste my time talking to you? You didn't do the assignment. You can't talk if you didn't do the assignment. Don't be talking that shit you didn't do the assignment. Period. Now, Gray, as I said before, sir, your comment is a nice segue. What is it a segue into? It is a segue into that right there. So I like the way I situated the topics. They're going to ramp up. Okay. Yeah. Yay me. Anyway. Okay. Got rid of my Disney Plus subscription. Have not paid money to see an MCU-based property. Think in-game. No, I'll take that back. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was the last MCU movie I paid money for, which wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great either, in my opinion. They could have did something different with it. And they could have got a dude that was nicer in martial arts. But that's neither here nor there. Well, Professor, a lot of them are in that space, talking loud and saying nothing. And I am. That's how I feel. I ain't got time for that. Hey, Theo, you missed out on that. You might want to go back and check that out. I talked about him. I talked about him. So yeah, you might want to you might want to check on it. You might want to check on it. Okay. To each his own. I mean, it took a little while for the light to come on, but now it's blaring like a mother. You know what I mean? I see it, I see it, I hear it, and I can't fool with it no more. They seem like they are self-sabotaging purposefully. Who does that? Is that why Kevin Feige want to go over to Star Wars? Because he sees the writing on the wall? I mean, regardless of what they're saying in the news, regardless of what they're saying in the articles, regardless of what they gossiping, let's use some common sense. Why would the man who gave you the connected universe suddenly just walk away from it? Because he know its time has it's run its cycle. And these motherfuckers was talking about making movies in 2027, all linked and connected and all of that. Come on now. Would you go see 20 Star Wars movies? I had a good one. Halloween. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Rob Zombie Halloween was the only good Halloween since the originals. Unpopular opinion. I ain't like none of that shit. I ain't like Season of the Witch and the one with LL Cool J and the one with the little girl. And I wasn't feeling none of those. Nightmare on Elm Street. Did you like every single fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movie? No, you didn't. Because after about 5 or 6, you was like, I'm done with this. There's nothing that they can do for the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise that's going to make me go, all right, I'm back in. Oh, let's have Jason fight Freddy. Nah, bruh. That ain't make nobody come back either. Friday the 13th. That shit just progressively more ridiculous. More and more and more and more ridiculous. The MCU is doing that. They just keep cranking out this half-ass bullshit. Would I get somebody who makes horror movies to make a comedy? If they could, yeah, but that's not their forte. If we sit down and have a conversation, and I'm like, man, you gonna make a funny movie? Tell me some of your funny ideas. Tell me some of your funny concepts, Stephen King. Tell me some of your funny concepts, Raimi. Tell me some, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying names random. I'm not really, saying anything particular about anybody. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. My man say, not even an argument. When they aren't on your level, you should be thankful if you're lucky to be taught. My favorite quote from John Henry Clark: I only debate my equals. All others I teach. Oh, shit. No. How did that happen? That was weird. Anyway, MCU, the thrill is gone. Yeah, for real. Yeah, but that shit been gone, bro. At about 2-3 movies into phase 4, it was gone. Yeah, Shang-Chi was like, eh. Then they hit me with Eternals, and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm done. You know what I mean? That was it. You know what I mean? Quiet as kept. Falcon and the Winter Soldier had my eyebrow up high. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that was going on in that. But, you know what I mean? That downward spiral cannot be stopped. And I do not see the fascination with Loki. The fuck? I do not see the fascination with that show. I don't. What is Loki? Anyway, despite having access to Doom and Magneto, there were villains they could have used that they didn't. And then the ones they used, they murdered off. So you couldn't have them come back angry, wanting revenge. Dummies. Those horror IPs been played out. Yeah, but you notice, they keep trying to resurrect them motherfuckers. They keep trying to resurrect them. Keep trying to resurrect them. Feige might reboot himself into another studio after Secret War. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, he He see that shit crashing and burning. He don't want to be on the plane. He putting on his parachute now. The MCU Phase 4 was whatever cash grab they could get. It failed. After today's events, the article is corroborated. If everything was fine, they wouldn't have pushed those films back. Brave New World was finished and ready for next year. It's been pushed to 2025. Loki is a Dollar Tree Doctor Who. The shit is just not moving me, man, at all. I know some folks is like, yeah, Jonathan Majors, woo, woo, woo. Jonathan Majors can't even save that shit, cuz you put a hat on a pig, it's still a pig. You put Jonathan Majors in a shitty show, it's still a shitty show with Jonathan Majors in it. Loki's my least favorite Asgardian. I don't know. I have to think about that and get back at you. I've tried 3 times to get past the first episode of season 2. I gave up. I don't know what the fascination is, Diabolical. What is the fascination? Do these motherfuckers just love Tom Hiddleston? Because I do not see the fascination with the show. I don't, man. I'm just like, what is it? I can't. It actually mentally hurts to try to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I see what y'all doing, but you know it don't work. And the same bullshit Disney been doing. Now everybody want to do multiversal shit. Now everybody on multiverse. Everything, everywhere, all at once. And then there's some other movie coming out about some multiversal. Now everybody jumping on the bandwagon. Look at my multiverse shit. You know, come on, man. Can you do original concept, bitches? Do something different. I now refer to the MCU. You see how I took no and said now because I knew what you was trying to say, Mr. Stewart, as the MCFU because it's now total trash. But I see dudes, man, Edward. I see dudes, man, that's just like, yeah, we're going to give it another chance. Yeah, we're going to give it another chance. That shit flopped. Yeah, we're going to give it another chance. That shit flopped too. Yeah, we're going to give it another chance. Why? 3 strikes and you're out in baseball. You don't make a first down on 3rd down, you got to punt. The MCU been punting since phase 4. Yeah, Loki looks like anything but a fucking Asgardian. How exciting would Black Panther have been if he started acting like Aqualad? Yeah, that must be all that's watching that show is females, because yeah, I know a handful of guys that's like, yeah, Loki dope, man. I've been watching it. Don't none of my folks say that. Don't none of my people, don't none of my comrades say that. So I don't know what it is. Oh, see, don't nobody get that, Paul. Don't nobody. Well, some people might get it. I'm gonna stop trying to talk for them. Yeah, they might get it, but I totally get it. Thomas Crown Affair. Yeah. I say all the time, you can dress shit up in a tuxedo all you want. At the end of the day, it's still a shitty suit. Same thing as a hat on a pig, bro. It's still a fucking pig. And that's what I'm saying. They think because they put this window dressing on stuff and do little tweaks and freaks, and the casuals fall for that shit and be eating it up, but don't nobody else. And that's why your numbers is in the fucking commode. I don't know how I finished Secret Wars. You see what I'm saying? They they just cranking shit out there to try to crank it out there. Why? Stop, sit down, table some shit. See, if I was in charge of the MCU, why do we always get into these if I was in charge of the MCU conversations? If I was in charge of the MCU, I will probably be done with that connective shit. Okay, that's run its course. I mean, if it calls for some stuff to be connected, fine, we'll do that. But I ain't making every goddamn project I do connected. You made your point. All right, you can connect shit. Hooray! But you don't have to keep doing that. Show me something different. Ain't different what's gonna make me rock with you or continue to rock with you? That is what most of the Black Panther fan groups say too, Mr. Stewart. D-Nerd, I lost a bet and suffered through 3 episodes of that Nick Fury garbage. D-Nerd? Who's D-Nerd? Loki equals Doctor Who plus Sherlock Holmes plus Twilight Zone. I like Doctor Who. I like Sherlock Holmes, depending on the iteration. And I definitely like Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. However, I do not like Loki, Sam I am. Yeah, I kind of just I observed Secret Wars more than I watched it because I had I ain't gonna give it away. I had some means to do it. You know what I mean? But it couldn't even hold my attention. Put it like this: I was multitasking in dealing with that. That's how not engaging it was. Because when I saw all of them mistakes and faux pas and changes, and I'm just like, yep, yep. That's how I felt. So I was just like, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna pick the collard greens, and you know what I'm saying, just do whatever I can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna work on some action figures. I'm gonna customize some shit. I ain't want, you know what I mean? Just it couldn't. Primarily mid and trash projects post in game. Yeah. What project in phase 4 can you honestly say they knocked that shit out the park? What? Which one? Tell me, somebody. What MCU project in phase 4 was just like, yes, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't see one. I didn't see one. Oh, it's diabolical. Okay. All right. Oh, it's diabolical. Okay. Loki is BBC sci-fi. Oh, stop it. A lot of that is bad. Very, very bad. So I'm tracking. I'm from New Orleans. We shorthand names around here. D-Nerd. I guess so. And no, that ain't for a V8. They don't even know the difference between time travel and sliding through parallel universes. Not the same thing per se. Yeah, I got it. Okie dokie. I should have known better when watching WandaVision started off good, then pissed me off at the end with the stupid Quicksilver fake out. Connected universes don't mean shit if T'Challa is not interacting with the FF, Namor, Doom, and Storm, or Tony, Steve, and Natasha not being the universe in the universe as well. Agree. Nothing top tier, but What If was my favorite. They didn't, yeah, you summed it up perfectly. No, they didn't knock it out the park, but that was the one project I looked forward to watching. Because I absolutely love What If. And Elseworld over in DC. I love when they do that flip thing and change it, and it's a whole different universe. And what if this person did that? And what if that person did this? I got an action figure back here of Superman, but it was Superman from an Elseworld story. And in that Elseworld story, I think I did a video on Speeding Bullets. Yeah, I did do a video on Speeding Bullets. Martha and Thomas Wayne found Kal-El instead of John and Martha Kent. So you could imagine how Superman turned out in that universe. Loki is like Atlantis. That Quicksilver thing didn't bother me because I have zero enthusiasm for mutants in the MCU. What If we're decent? The zombies I enjoyed in the Ultron episode. My wife hates what they did to Wanda and Natasha. Well, basically, Wanda's a villain. So why can't she just go mutants? And that be it. You don't got to explain nothing. See, ain't nobody. That's why reading fucking comic books is important. But they gonna do some shit with the Marvels. The downside was the best What If comic stories involving Spider-Man, FF, X-Men, in my opinion. They limit themselves to MCU stories. That is true. How do you make Ultron more scary and badass in What If than in Age of Ultron? Because they don't read comics, Paul. Now, I know I mentioned the crap ass job that they're going to be doing with the Marvels. Here we go. Unmarvelous. Now, very rarely does a project come out and Muggs is talking about its total and complete failure before its release. What do you need to make a good movie? And I say it all the time. What do you need to make a good movie? A good villain. Who's the villain in the Marvels? Someone named Dar-Benn. And basically, Dar-Benn is Ronan the Accuser light. Ronan the Accuser is one of the shittiest villains in all of Marvel. He's in the top 3 for sure. And you gonna pattern a villain after him? Let's make a villain like Ronan, but not like Ronan. I know. Let's make it a Ronan girl. Dumbasses. And also I hear the one shining thing in that entire movie is Iman Vellani playing Kamala Khan. I hear she knocks it out of the fucking park. She is what you want to see in that movie. And Monica Rambeau is just a MacGuffin for some other shit. You know what I mean? Cameo appearance, whatever you want to call it, end scene, post scene. Valkyrie. Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie. Okay. Anyway, though, I can't think of a time when somebody said this movie is flopped and it ain't released yet. Darbin is a generic ass dude. So they took a generic ass character and made him a woman. Got it. He said even the usual shills aren't it. Because don't nobody want to see that shit. What's the attraction? What's the lure? What in that movie, even if I was like, wasn't like fuck the MCU, what in that movie would lure me to go see it? What's the attraction? Monica Rambeau, whose powers you fucked up? No. Kamala Khan, who you put in this thing just because she got Marvel in her code name? No. Carol Danvers, Brie Larson, who everybody fucking hates anyway? Darbin's generic ass? Oh. They introduced the mutants in this movie too. The post-scene credit is Monica Rambeau sitting in a hospital next to her mom, and her mom don't know who she is. And the doctor tells Monica Rambeau, the doctor wants to see you. The professor wants to see you. And then when we see who her doctor is, it's Beast. Yep, I'm spoiling it. I'm spoiling the fuck out of it. Okay, so you don't have to be subjected to the bullshit. You're welcome. That's all they got. Now they squarely done introduced mutants in, well, they've introduced mutants on some other world. And I guess the events in Loki's gonna tie all this bullshit together. So yeah, it's fucking lame. All you had to do is have mutants exist on Earth. Oh, that was too hard. That's why you don't get people who don't know about the source material to fucking write the scripts and shit. Deathbird would have been better. I would have loved to see the Shi'ar Empire. How amazing would a fight between Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and Clark, aka Gladiator, would have been? Or the Imperial Guard, for that matter. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. All these sorry ass stories. I'm trying to figure out exactly how were they able to negotiate in the writer's strike when what they have presented us had. It didn't change. It didn't change, D-Nerd. It didn't change at all. Or Moonstone. Or a villain related to one of the three of them. Yes, I agree. Oh, hell yeah. I spoiled the shit out of it because I don't want nobody going to see that bullshit. I'm trying to help y'all. Because I don't want y'all having to be subjected to that. Y'all my people, and I care about you. I care about you enough to not let you do that other shit. You know what I mean? Totally and completely. Random public service message. Sure did. Sure did. I sure did it. 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 Public service announcement. I sure did it. I sure did it. I sure did it. T'Challa is not unmarvelous. I'm just saying, y'all, like my man Theo say, I'm just saying. Oh, that would have been awesome. And let him impregnate Carol Danvers. I see nothing wrong with that, Paul Martin. Duh, the obvious choice. I can't do nothing with him, bruh. I can't do nothing with him, man. I can't do nothing with him. I can't. I can't. And how do you screw up a comic book movie when you got the script already written in the comics? Because the writers want to look like they came up with some original shit. Your original stuff is trash. Yep, ain't nobody come to see Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. The brood, skeet, skeet. All the skeet, and all the, I loved in the early 2000s when we got away with saying skeet on the radio. I loved that. Enjoyed that thoroughly. All the skeet, and all the skeet. I got damn. Oh, yeah. Okay. My final topic of the night. It's gonna be a lighthearted one because I don't really think we should go, full throttle punching folks in the throat as our last topic of conversation. That's why I try to spread them out and put them in the middle. So, because I see the large majority of the conversation is centered around divisive topics. But that's okay. We're all safe in here. Heard rumors a few years ago that the Brood might be in this film. Yeah, like Bast was in Love and Thunder. Well, they did come up with something original, and yes, it was shit. So mission accomplished. Look here, y'all. I had a question. Build-A-Figures. Build-A-Figures. Collect what you like. Now, we all know that when you buy an action figure in the Marvel Legends line, more often than not, you are going to get a Build-A-Figure piece in it. Now, if you buy anywhere from 5 to 6, sometimes 7, I think, different action figures, you can get a figure technically for free. Technically, I guess it's free after pay about $100 or so for everything else. So yeah, okay. So my question: should we buy or should we collect action figures to get a Build-A-Figure, or should you collect action figures because you like the action figures or you like the Build-A-Figure that's being put in there? I would rather bigger figures. Are you saying like a 12-inch or 7-inch, or what are you talking about when you say bigger figures, Kamoya? I collect what I like. Okay. So, like for instance, I'm looking at some action figures in here right now. And I have 5 of the 6 figures needed to complete the Awesome Hulk. So the only one I don't have, I think it's the head. Well, I could just go look. Bruh. Worst action figure ever. Why did you even make this figure? I don't even know why they made this. Who made who? Huh. Anyway, instead of a BA, wait. Instead of build a figure, just sell that figure as a bigger figure. You know what, Kamaya? That is precisely what they do. Because but what they do is they get you on the back end. Case in point, a build a figure in the Black Panther line was M'Baku. M'Baku was one, and I believe Okoye was a build a figure originally. When Wakanda Forever came out, you had a legacy figure of that M'Baku and that Okoye. Might be one little tweak added to Okoye's costume, I think. But other than that, same exact build a figure. Same shit. So where do we get them and don't feel like we got beat? I guess that's my thought. Where do we get them and we don't have to feel like, a couple months later after I got all of like, if I collect all of these and I get a totally awesome Hulk, and then a couple months later they release a totally awesome Hulk together and I didn't have to collect shit, I'm gonna be pissed. So I guess that's like, is that a marketing strategy? Or, you know what I mean? I just buy what I like. If I look up to build a figure, then that's cool too. That makes sense, sir. That makes total sense. I like the number one figure on my list is Pit, but that's like $700. They ain't putting that Pit. They ain't putting that Pit in. They ain't gonna give you that. And if they do give you that, they're gonna attach some redonkulous ass price to it, like they did with that fucking HasLab Giant Man. If anybody in here buys that Giant Man, let me know. We need that for Toy Tuesday. Because I'm like, boy, you gotta have to get it because I sure ain't. Good list. In addition to that, I'd add Sabretooth, Apocalypse, Thanos to that for myself. Well, now you got Sabretooth whole. I think you got exactly. Why release it as a build-a figure if you just gonna turn around and release it as a whole damn figure later? You beating us. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me like most people here is like, I'm gonna just collect what I want to collect. And if that's works out, then cool. But if this ain't the shit I want to collect, I ain't fooling with it. You know what I'm saying? And that makes sense. We talked about that offline. If he does, I will be shocked. I will be shocked like a boy. I ain't lying. But yeah, ooh. Did I have something I wanted to cover that I didn't cover? You know what? I did, but it's just like a little peripheral thing that I want to share with y'all real quick before I mosey on down here to relax and max because I'm tired as hell from shoveling snow all day. That's still that's funny. Anyway, I don't talk about my buddy Greg Burnham a lot on here. And I don't think it's too much a subject per se. So I'm gonna just bam, let's do that. A while back, I think yeah, here it is right here. Boom. This book right here, I think I picked this up last year. It's called Noir. Well, you see what it's called. Noir is the New Black. It's a compilation of writers and artists, and I think it's like 16. Yeah, 16 short stories. And the story that I want to bring to y'all attention, which it resonates on a personal level for me, is Ousley. Or Ousley, I think is what it is. It's Ousley. So Ousley or Ousley. I'm gonna go with Ousley because it sounds good. My man Mark Williams on the art, and of course my homie Greg Burnham on the story. Now, here's the story. The story takes place, as you can see, in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1988. There is a rumor, 1988, remember, there is a rumor that the drug cartels are funneling money and drugs into the U.S. And my man Ousley is in his 1988 Cutlass Supreme. Shouts out to my man Marcus Williams for sitting down and actually looking at a damn Cutlass before he drew this. My dude. Anyways, though, long story short, Ousley is a pretty nice sized fella with a pretty mean punch. Now, imagine my surprise and delight about Ousley, when Greg told me that he patterned him after my homie that I went to school with and played football with. Meet the real life Ousley. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Lewis Moten. Lewis Moten, as you can see, is the inspiration for Ousley. Kind of look like him, don't he? Yeah, you can see it now. Now that I've done this, you can see it now, can't you? Let me hit you back. Let me hit you back with an Ousley picture real quick, just so you can see. Boom. There go Ousley. Boom. There go Lewis. Mr. Lewis Moten. Yeah, I went. That was, I think we took that picture when I went home to Kansas City to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's exactly when that went down. And of course, we went to the world famous Gates Barbecue, had us some barbecue, chopped it up. And did you notice? Did you notice what's on my dog shirt? That's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit. Oh, yeah. Bars. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And you can have that little, because he's getting ready to do some they're getting ready to do some more Ousley. and he's gonna release a little. I think he has already, but y'all need to go to tuskegeeairs.com. I think you could pick it up over there on their site. Let me see what y'all parting shots is. That cut, dog. Yeah. Cutty buddy. The cut. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you had an 86. I had an 85. Yeah. Yeah. Cuddies is nice, bro. Them some good cards. Yes, I just said that. Okay. So that was pretty much. Getting ready to hear the praise. Boom. Gates on point. I went to a Korean barbecue while I was in Kansas City too. Oh, you just gonna shit all over Gates. I had some Korean barbecue too. Was the Korean barbecue better than Gates? Low key, you know what? I'm not gonna say, and I can say this because I'm from Kansas City. And I've had more Gates probably than anybody in this chat. Gates barbecue is not the best barbecue in Kansas City. Yeah, I said it. Gates barbecue sauce is pretty good, but I don't feel like Gates is the best barbecue in Kansas City. There's a couple places in Kansas City. Let's Q39, Kansas City Joe's, Jack Stack. There's a bunch of places, man, that I think have comparable or better barbecue than Gates. I ain't just gonna sit here and say Gates is trash, but I was basically reared on Gates, so I'm not gonna sit here and badmouth them because them sausage sandwiches is to die for, and they do a barbecue catfish now. Because last time I went back to Kansas City, they had. And they only serve it on Fridays. So you got to get in there and get that barbecue catfish sandwich, man, or you just going to be mad you didn't get one. But anyway, that is all the stuff that is fit to talk about in this week's live. Oh, when y'all get a chance, just like I said with Grand Madam, when y'all get a chance, go over to them heroes at marvel.com and tell them you are enjoying the current Black Panther run. That is it for now, y'all. So I am going to part ways with y'all because I'm ready to eat and go to sleep. Look at it. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of those other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.